guys, welcome back. I'm so excited for today's video because I'm moving. Not in this video, but I am going to be moving to a new apartment. I'm moving in with my boyfriend and I'm so ready to get out of this house. Listen, I wanted to do a room tour for you guys today, but mostly because I want this for my memories so that when I look back, I can remember what kind of like my first 6.5-ish years in Boston were like. Trust me, I don't think I'm gonna forget. But this house that I've been in has been such a blessing in so many ways, but also like, it's nasty. Just a little bit of background because I kind of want this to be an educational video if any of you are looking at moving to a larger city or specifically Boston, of what it's like to, one, live with people that you met off Craigslist, two, what it's like to live in one room in a house, three, not have a closet, and four, maximizing the space that you have as you keep acquiring stuff, and just some of the tips and tricks along the way that I figured out. Let me just say right now, if you are here because you like looking at like Pinteresty room tours that are boho, all white vibes, this isn't for you. Okay. This is for people who want kind of a realistic idea of someone who moved to Boston with no money, made like no money when I moved here, what rent was like, what my experience was like, and how I made the most of what I could get and not necessarily, you know, somebody who had a lot of money. I won't lie, a lot of these things that I got, my parents helped me out with when I first moved out here. I was 23 when I first moved to Boston, straight out of beauty school and college, and I was working as an assistant at a salon in Newbury Street making $1,000 a month. Just to put that into perspective, my student loans were about $600 a month at the time, so I couldn't even survive basically to live. So the house that I am currently living in was the cheapest thing that I could find. I don't know if I was even concerned about safety at the time. I was just looking for somewhere that I could put my shit. I was just looking for somewhere to sleep at night. So this house is in no means goals. Just as a disclaimer, I've never really had any roommate issues. I got really lucky with the people that I met. I live with 4 other people, which, to be honest, isn't ideal, but I live in a fabulous location and my rent is dirt cheap. I'm not going to show you all the common spaces in this house just out of respect for my roommates. So I'm just going to be showing you my room and where I keep my stuff for the most part. So now that I've rambled enough about that experience, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so don't worry if you're one of those people who is a stalker like me and likes to see in everybody's drawers, because I'm going to show you what I have in mind, because I want to show you the main way that I keep things, the way I keep things to really maximize my space here. So starting right when you walk in the door to my room, there is this chest here. This was left here by somebody and they used to store their dishes in it. True Craigslist find. And you can see that I tried to paint it myself and didn't prime it or know what the hell I was doing, so it turned out like this. You can see the original color on the inside of these doors. And this is where I keep things like my sweatshirts and my different types of t-shirts and tank tops and shirts that I don't want to hang because the shoulders are too wide. Then up here, this is a collection of basically all of my makeup books that I came with. I was addicted to collecting them. Got some family photos, a little painting, a radiator that makes the most annoying sound in the entire world. And then we keep our little yoga mat back here. And then I keep my backpack right next to it because I take my backpack everywhere with me in Boston. So next coming up, I've got a ton of these plastic storage bins from Target. They're not the most beautiful, but they are super freaking practical and have been a lifesaver. So above here, I have this little crock that has my knives and a majority of my cooking utensils and then my silverware. So this is one of those, I live with roommates. things where I like to keep my stuff separate because I noticed when I first moved here, stuff just would randomly disappear. So if I wanted to hang on to it or, you know, have a fork to eat with, I would tend to do that. Then I have this picture frame thing that I made a really long time ago. I'm not gonna lie, this might not move with me to the new place, but you know, it did its purpose for what it is. And then just some other little decorative things over here. So now to these drawers. This first drawer is mainly long sleeve t-shirts. And then we've got a couple of drawers that are literally just shoes. So that's, oh my God, Jesus. This is mostly flats, and down here is more like sandals and tennis shoes. On this side, these are cooking things that I use all the time that I want really easy access for. Then we've got workout pants and shirts. And then down here, don't mind my dog on the side of this shower bag. We've got a ton of Living Proof products, and this is not even a fraction of my collection. For those of you who don't know, I work for Living Proof, so I've got a ton of stuff that I get for gratis, and this is where I keep all of my shower stuff as well. I don't really keep it in the bathroom because that's another fabulous roommate. Oh my God, I've got too much crap. Anyway, that's another fabulous roommate thing, is you always find some of your stuff missing if you leave it there. So next up in here, these are my professional hair kit and my makeup kit. I'm not gonna go through this right now, but this is what I take to jobs with me when I do weddings. So if you guys are interested in a more full tour of what I keep in my professional kits, comment down below and let me know. I'm happy to do something like that for you. Okay, moving over here. We've got this basket that's kind of like a catch-all. So I've got my protein powder, a couple bars, and just, you know, my meds, things like that. And then this floating shelf actually was left in this room mounted to the wall right here when I moved in. And I didn't bother to take it down because it was just another place I could put things. So we've got a couple of pictures of Boston. I got this little guy in Greece. It holds a candle. I like little shells and crystals and things. I'm that girl. So down here in this top drawer, this is all art supplies. So different types of colored pencils and pens. In here, this is all electronics. So all my different charging cords. In these bottom two drawers, these are all snacks and food. So I don't like to keep a bunch of food laying out because living in the city, there are mice, so the more contained you can keep it, the better. Over here, we've got this box my friend gave me that's super cute, and my sunglasses are kept in here. This drawer, I need a bigger one when I get to the new place. This is all of my skincare stuff, like my spa stuff. So tons of face masks, tons of different beauty supplies, Q-tips, things like that. This drawer is another oh my God, I can't even get it open, but this is like basically body stuff, more face stuff, meds, things like that. And then down here, this is a hair bin, so it holds my blow dryer, some of my brushes, mirrors, extra hair supply stuff should I need it. You'll notice I can't close any of these. And then down here, this is my wrist for when I get carpal tunnel, which I think I have sometimes. And then just a catch-all of different things that I didn't really have anywhere else to put, like a heating pad and a cribbage board and things like that. Moving over this way, this is where I keep my most used purses. I'm not a really big purse person because it's kind of impractical living in Boston to just carry a purse with me because I'm going all over the place. I'm going to work, I'm going to the gym, so I most of the time keep my backpack. So these are really for when I'm going somewhere specific where I want a purse. And then atop of my fridge, I've got some other little picture things. I've got my Ninja blender, a little food scale, and then these are just different body lotions that I like. I have this little mini fridge right here. I collect magnets when I travel because honestly, I don't have room to collect anything else. And just some different pictures and things. This mini fridge has been a freaking lifesaver. My parents got it for me from Home Depot when I first moved in here. And this is another one of those roommate things where I really like having it because It's not that I've ever had an issue with them eating my food before, but it's just faster for me to be able to keep everything in here and then take it out when I get to work or whatever. And when you live with 5 people in a house, sometimes the fridge gets a little packed, so I like having this in here. All right, moving over to my desk area. I got this desk off Facebook Marketplace for $30. I was so excited. So right down here, this is my most used makeup and skincare, and behind that, behind that I have some other hair tools. These are all of my lashes and just some more makeup brushes. And then down here, these are all cookbooks. This is where I keep some of my makeup brushes. I've got a ton of makeup brushes that are usually kept in my makeup kit, but these are my most used ones throughout the day. And then just a mirror light, my computer. I got this amazing chair off of Amazon. I'm obsessed with it. This is a mirror that I got for like 20 bucks from TJ Maxx, and I love it so much. And then some other little, kitschy things. So a little portable speaker, some perfume, candle. I mean, I feel like you guys can kind of understand what's right here on my desk, but just a little things. Then in this drawer, this is where I keep things that I can't find. No, just kidding. This is where I keep things that are paperwork related. And then in the bottom drawer, this is where I really keep things like extra candles, lighters, some jewelry that I never wear, extra pair of glasses, flashlights, things like that. Down next to this side, we've got more of these little bins. So in this top drawer, which quite frankly, I can't open any of these drawers, they're so full. These are all travel size and unopened full sizes of makeup that I haven't used yet, but I definitely will be using. And then in the bottom, this is camera equipment. Obviously, I don't have a lot. I'm filming on my phone right now because I'm still figuring out how the hell to use that. And then a humidifier. We've got a laundry basket right here. This is from 31, which I think you have to have like a party or something. My mom got that for me. A picture of me that I got done in Prague when I traveled there, along with that little painting. Some more pictures hung on cork boards. And then this is a little nightside table. That's from Longenberger. If you've ever heard of that, you must have a mother that really loved baskets like me. We've got some different movies, obviously. I mean, I don't actually have a TV, so I use Netflix for almost everything. So most of those haven't even been used very often. Some more cookbooks and a couple of other books. Change jar, lamp, little mini Eiffel Tower from when I went to Paris. And then we've got these two. This looks such an ugly shot. Anyway, this is a little shamrock. Everybody in my family has one above my door, but because I live in this room and there is no space above my door, it is sitting right here as decor, but this is gonna go above my door in my new place. And then this little home sign. Then we've got my bed. This is a double bed because quite frankly, you try to fit a bigger bed in here and see if you can move around. So I've been perfectly happy with it. My mom made this stunning quilt that is on my bed and that little pillow in the middle. And quite frankly, she also made the other 2 little pillows that are on either side of it. That was one big Euro sham that I couldn't find a mate to. So she made it into 2 longer pillows for me. And then on the other side of the bed, we've got this little 3-drawer system that I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen something similar to this before. And this is where I keep things like currently face masks, but a lot of my hats and earmuffs, some extra little flat purses. Then we've got baseball hats, which I pretty much never wear, and heels, which I also never wear. And in this bottom drawer, we've got boots. Then another key thing I have, if you can even see it back here, this is run from an extension cord on the other side of my bed, and it's just another plug in so that if a friend comes over, they can have somewhere to plug in their phone. Aren't we so cute? A little wooden art piece that I got in Santorini, a little diffuser. Nothing super crazy over here, you guys. So the biggest thing about this room is, you probably guessed it, there's no freaking closet. So welcome to city living half the time. So this is where I keep, besides the other places I showed you, a majority of my clothes. The nice part is that it stops me from buying a lot of clothes, but the negative side is it literally leans because it's so heavy. So down here in these little bins, this is just extra hair stuff in here and extra makeup stuff in here. I don't go into those bins a ton. Next up, one of the other most important things is under the bed storage. So I have 4 under the bed bins. This big bin right here is more kitchen stuff that I don't use a ton, but I'm sure I'm gonna use when I get to the new apartment because it'll be way more easily accessible. Then we've got another bin under here. This is packed with sheets. I don't even want to bother taking that out because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not getting back under there if I do. Then on the other side of my bed, there's another long bin that is filled with towels and blankets. And then in here, this is all like bags. I don't really know how to put that, but my mom makes a ton of little bags and I put a lot of them in there if I'm not using them. And then there's my door with this very odd looking mirror that I decided to do when I was 23 and never had the heart to take down, and it looks so ugly. Just some pictures of me and my family and my boyfriend, and then the Not 2020 award for best of weddings for the hair and makeup stuff that I do. So that's it, you guys. I know that it's not super Pinteresty or even anybody's style necessarily except my own, but this has worked out really well for me, and I couldn't be happier with how this space has treated me over the last 6.5 years. So now I have a couple other things to show you, and that will be it. Okay, you guys, so this is the closet right outside the door to my room. I call this Narnia because honestly, I have no idea what the hell is in here, and I feel like every time I move things, I find a different thing. This is all of my extra stuff, my suitcases, my luggage, laundry detergent, things like that. It's just a kind of a catch-all for different items, and it's a mess. It's terrible to clean, terrible to take stuff out, but it's pretty much the only other space that I have to store things, so can't wait to get rid of that. And then right here, this is kind of like a common space over here, but we haven't really done anything with it. There's one other guy that lives up here as well, but this is another garment rack that I have that I hang long things that are kind of overflow. So all of my winter jackets, dresses, swimsuits, things like that go out here. And then I do have a little bit of extra storage for kitchen stuff. This is a little thing that my friend gave me to hold some of my different pots and pans. And then I do have some stuff in this dresser as well. But this is all stuff that I don't reach for very often, so I keep it out here. All right, you guys, so that was literally it. I mean, it's short and sweet and it's mine. So I understand completely that this is not everybody's style and that this is, you know, somebody who's just kind of making do with what they have at the time, and I'm cool with that. This room 100% represents where I was at when I moved to Boston, which was needing help, trying to get my life together, and kind of just throwing things together piece by piece as I needed them. And that's pretty much the realest thing I can say about that time, because that's what it was. Anyway, I'm sweating like a crazy person because I had to turn my AC off to film this. So I'm gonna let you go because we're not about to look cute anymore. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you got something out of it. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.